Richie, how would you explain in a few words what this game was like to play in tonight?
Yeah, it was all over the place emotionally, and it's definitely it was electric in here. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it was cool to be a part of, and cool to take what we did at halftime, what we needed at halftime, and to move on. You know. So.
What was the adjustment that you made at halftime? Because you come out of the second half and get right to the rim a couple of times. So what was the message and move from your part?
Yeah, Coach really just was emphasizing getting to the paint. I mean, they absolutely killed us on the glass, and that was the other one is we got to figure out how to secure the ball. We rebound, it fuels our offense, and we did it for a little section in there, which was enough, but really getting to the paint and, we live at the paint and we can get great shots out of driving to the paint, and that's kind of was the message, and we came out and executed. It's kind of like the West Virginia game, right? Where it was kind of rough. We had to figure it out in the first half, and to see ourselves on film at halftime and stuff, and move forward and so.
What does it mean to you to pick up an 8th straight win, and in so doing, you beat Utah and you finished in a tie for 3rd in the Big 12 this season?
That's actually, I didn't even know that. That's cool. That's it just shows so much perseverance from my guys. Like we're 1-3 in conference. I'm sitting there. I'm at church, and it just. I remember it was a Sunday, and I was at church and just so down. I just how in the world are we going to turn this around? Because I didn't want to be done, I didn't want to just give up and move on to next year with 3-4 games in, right? But, I just super proud of our guys for moving forward after that. Keep coming. We came every day, and we've been working, and to go, to finish the regular season like this is so cool. I'm just so happy for especially our seniors and stuff. It's awesome.
Speaking of those seniors, I'm going to have you give me a few words about each of those 4 teammates. So I'll start with Fus Traore. What has he meant to BYU basketball?
No, every time he steps on the floor, every time he does something, the place goes crazy. That dude is one of the best human beings in the world, and just one of my best friends. And it's gonna be crazy now. I'm not playing with him. I've been playing with him for so long, and it's gonna be crazy. But whatever's next for him, I know he'll be great.
Trevin Knell up next.
Yeah, he's such a dog, man. One of the best leaders. I've been around. I love playing with him. I love being able to just run stuff where we know. There's times when we're like one of us is gonna be open. They're guarding both of us. They don't want us to shoot, and so it's just so fun to play with him and be able to learn from him as a shooter, and it's gonna be crazy not playing with him too. But.
Trey Stewart is the next senior we're going to discuss. He's had obviously a big impact on this season and the turnaround. What do you have to say about Trey's involvement?
Yeah, I love that dude. He had every reason to just kind of be done. He's had several years of it just not going his way, and to see him just keep going. We work out every morning together. We warm up next to each other every single day. Just to see him and see how he handled that was so huge for me. Throughout every year, and just to see him be able to step on and to take the opportunities he got and to just really capitalize on makes me just so happy for him because he deserves it. He's an incredible man.
And finally, the transfer, Mawit Mag. What has he meant to the team this year?
Yeah, I mean, similar story, but just from a season standpoint. At the beginning of the season, it was kind of just not necessarily what he expected, coming off the bench and not playing as much. But he's without him, we're not here. He's the best defender I've ever played on the court with, and I love knowing that he's right next to me, and knowing that their dude is gonna be annoyed and struggle the whole night because that's what he's doing. That's his defensive assignment. Is so cool, and just every single one of them are just incredible people, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy not being on the floor with them, but I'm super excited for all their next chapters.
Appreciated perspective from you on those 4 seniors. Now as we come back to tonight's game, your squad starts 0 for 13 from the 3-point line. You've made a killing out there for much of this season. How did you figure it out and generate the pace and play that you wanted?
Yeah, that's a good question. Just again, a similar story of just keep going. And a lot of the threes we were taking, though, I'll say, weren't necessarily, we call them paint to great. Again, emphasizing the paint out. And a lot of them just weren't that, and they're just harder shots. But once we kind of made that change and put the emphasis on the paint, like, then stuff started opening up, right? Dawson Baker was huge tonight with that. He hit some big shots and helped kind of open that up.
What was this crowd like to play in front of, if you could sum it up? I know you played in front of some incredible crowds, but again, this one in its own way felt unique.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It was so loud, and just like people really just care not only about basketball in general, but especially this game. You know, especially knowing that they got us at their place. Like this place, it was just this venom in the gym. That was just it was fun to be on the court and to feel that that energy and the buzz, and like it's gonna be crazy not playing in here for a little bit, right? But it's just I love this place, and it's been so fun to play.
We'll finish with this. What's the key to keeping things rolling when you get to Kansas City on Thursday, or in the game on Thursday, I should say?
Yeah, it comes down to two things: playing harder than the other person in front of you, the other team, and just taking care of this ball. You know, it's just simple like that. We got to play tough and play strong and secure. And we do that, then there's good stuff that comes.
Richie, congratulations on an 8th straight win, on celebrating senior night with your teammates, and good luck in Kansas City.
Thanks, man.